Welcome back to MidPoint. Veteran economist, professor at the Smith School of Business, Peter Morici joins us. All right, Peter, let's get to it. We got 3 left to go here. Technology and education, number 4. This I found the most interesting because what you're saying here is, everybody doesn't need to go to college because, quite frankly, the way jobs are today, you just don't need it because everything is changing. You're going to fly in the face of a lot of parents who are going to say, you're telling my kids not to go to college, Peter. How dare you?
Well, I'm a college professor, and let me tell you, we can't place all our kids. I mean, if you go to Harvard or Yale or Amherst, you're going to get a good job on Wall Street. But for most people that go to state colleges, not state universities like mine, my kids do okay. They really don't have much prospect for using their education. They end up selling cell phones at Verizon, becoming insurance adjusters, running retail establishments, things that 25 years ago didn't require a college. Meanwhile, stuff that requires a year or 2 of technical training goes begging. Those jobs can earn people $80,000, $90,000 a year, and that's what we should be encouraging our young people to do. Frankly, we should be closing college classrooms and moving the resources to vocational schools and shepherding more children in that direction. People don't want to hear it, but it's what needs to be done.
Wait a minute, there's a lot of people who would say, aren't we now dumber than the Chinese even, because apparently they get better grades than our kids? Wouldn't that just continue to feed into that our kids won't be as smart as some other people around the world?
I think not. Our high schools are a lot better than people let on. Not many societies will have a big urban district, a big suburban district like Fairfax County, where there's 100 different languages being spoken and where kids come from such varied socioeconomic backgrounds from the third world. American kids that grow up in middle-class families and go to middle-class high schools are pretty darn smart. They're in my classrooms every day, and they're every bit as smart as they were when I began teaching 70 years ago, in 1970, 40 years ago.
Okay, we're gonna hold you on that Freudian slip. 60 seconds, here we go. 2 quick ones. Number 5, fixing Obamacare. Go.
We pay 50% more for health care than the Germans do. Obamacare is a bust, but so are the Republican alternatives. We need to benchmark prices to the prices charged in Germany. If a drug costs $3 there and $6 here, we ought to tell the drug company, you get $3, you can swallow the rest.
Number 6 might be the toughest one to get rid of, bureaucratic bloat. Are you serious, Peter? That's what makes American politics what it is.
The big problem is there's too much bloat at the municipal level, which is holding up the construction of roads and the maintenance of mass transit and things like that. Young people want to live near cities, and their ability to do that and to rationalize America's housing structure and get housing going again is being constrained by things like the prevailing wage requirement of the Department of Labor, that union wages be paid on construction sites, and the unionization of cities like Detroit, which are driving them into bankruptcy only so they can hold up bondholders. It's time to take a serious look at local unions and how they are strangling American growth.
Peter Morici, perfectly done as well, my friend. Thanks so much. We'll check back and see how we do in the next couple of years. We'll talk to you then. Thanks, Peter.
Take care.
All right, take care. More than just the next couple of years, of course. All right, it consisted of man-made concrete, steel, barbed wire, and bullets, and every day it mocked freedom. Yet a quarter century ago today, laughs and cries of joy from those as they watched the Berlin Wall fall.
It was erected in the dead of night, and for 28 years separated East Germany from West Germany. The Berlin Wall quickly came to symbolize the stark difference between the free West and the communist East. In June of 1987, President Reagan visited the wall at the famous Brandenburg Gate and used the occasion to issue 2 public challenges to then Soviet Premier Mikhail Gorbachev.
If you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate.
His second challenge was more blunt, and as it turned out, even more prophetic.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
On November 9th, 1989, 2 years, 5 months, and 1 day after President Reagan's famous challenge, that is exactly what happened. Only the Soviets didn't tear down the wall, the people of Berlin did. Once the East German government announced their borders to the West were open, the free people on both sides of the wall worked in unison to chip it away piece by piece until this monument to tyranny was completely destroyed. You're watching An American Moment on Newsmax TV.